Hi, I'm Callie and welcome to Kapowski Reads, and it is TBR time. I love my TBR game, and when I was playing it, I thought that I'd missed playing it, but I only played it in October. Because I'd been playing Spookopoly in addition to my own game, I kind of I just kind of felt like I'd been missing my own game, which might be really sad, but here we are. Am I disturbing you? I'm sorry. So I am delighted, I just had to go and let the cat out. I am delighted to be back with my game. I always like to start with going over my October rolls and if I was successful or not, and I was. I might be failing on most of my reading goals for the year, other than like pure volume, but I'm succeeding in my October TBR. That seemed like quite a bold claim, but I only had 3 books on my October TBR, so I did manage to read them. I had new to me author, which was Dark Horse Stoker and J.D. Barker with Dracul. I love this book. I did a vlog on this book. I absolutely adored it. If you like Dracula and always got a little bit annoyed that people didn't really listen to Mina, this is for you. I feel it's a very respectful addition to the Dracula canon, and I know I will be reading this over and over and over. I may actually next year read this before I read Dracula. That could be fun for me. Maybe I will. Let's see if I remember. Next, I had a free pick and I went with Oops, I Ate a Vengeance Demon by Loretta Hignett. I read this. It was super fun. I wasn't sure at the beginning if I was gonna like it, but I ended up loving it. Really enjoyed the demon. I really enjoyed the Vengeance Demon. She was a hoot. And my final role was a standalone book, and I read William by Mason Coyle. I thought this was a very interesting book, and I thought it was just kind of okay until the big twist, and then I was like, oh. So I had a good time with this one as well. Let's hope that November is just the same. The game was kind of kind to me. I only have 4 rolls, so let's go through them. Roll number 1, 16, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Pink. A TBR vet. Roll number 1 was a pink prompt, and this is a TBR vet. Oh, it's time for this chonker. Nos for R2 by Joe Hill. I believe this is called Nos for A2 in the US, and I read somewhere that that's just to do with the way that different tongues pronounce Nosferatu. So Nos for R2 sounds closer to Nosferatu, and Nos for A2 would, for me anyway. This is a horror. I have been told this is a really good horror, and I want a really good horror. I've never read anything by Joe Hill, but I am aware of the adaptations of his other works. I know he's Stephen King's son, and I don't enjoy Stephen King's writing, but I'm not gonna go into this thinking his son writes the same way because that would be ridiculous. This is about a creepy fellow who goes around in a very fancy car with this license plate, stealing children and spiriting them away to Christmasland, which is why I was confused about if it was a Halloween or a Christmassy book. I have been told it's more of a Christmassy book. So I feel it's perfect for November, that kind of transitional month. I've heard good things about this and I'm excited. It is a chonker, so good job. My TBR is kind of small this month. Rule number 2, 9, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, blue, an audiobook. Rule 2 was a blue prompt, which was an audiobook. I am going with Vagabond by Anna Dorn. I have been loving Anna Dorn over the last few months. If this book is another 5-star for me, then Welcome, Anna, to my list of auto-buy authors. So I'm going in with a very hopeful heart. I know nothing about what this book is about. I haven't checked. I just knew I had 3 Audible credits and I was like, let's use one on an author that has given me 2 fantastic reads. That made sense to me. I don't know anything about it. I expect chaos and I expect characters that I wouldn't want to know in real life, but I would maybe want my friend to know them so I could hear about their antics but not be involved in any way. Rule number 3, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Pink. This might be my last rule. 1-word title. For rule 3, I had a book with a 1-word title and I kind of wanted to go with Luda, but I feel that would be cheating because I'm already halfway through it. So instead I'm going with Anna by Laura Guthrie. This book comes to me so highly recommended and I've had it on my shelf for over like a year, maybe a little bit longer, and I haven't gotten to it yet, but I really want to. This book is about an autistic 13-year-old girl who moves from London to Scotland and is just trying to fit in after the sad passing of her father. A lot of my friends have raved about this, so I'm very excited to read it myself. I think it's going to be quite emotional and I only have like 1 box of tissues downstairs. Maybe I will get more tissues and then I will read this. And let's just see if there's a 4th. There is a hardback. And my final rule for November is a green prompt and it's a hardback book. And it's time, babies. It's time. The Seventh Veil of Salome by Silvia Moreno Garcia, who is one of my auto-buy authors. I have read 13 of her books, I think. I've read a lot of her books. And I have loved every single book I have read of hers. They're all very different, but I love her writing style. I love her character work, and I love just how atmospheric her books are. This book is set in the golden age of cinema, the 50s maybe? And we have a film being made, which I believe is called The Seventh Veil of Salome. Everybody wants to play Salome. We have jealousy, we have rivalry, we have intrigue. I'm very excited for a sort of theatre-based tale. And I'm so excited to read another book by Silvia Moreno Garcia because she never lets me down. So this is my itty bitty TBR plus my audiobook. It's so small. I normally have been sharing with you my plans for my other reading goals for the month. But I'm going to be honest with you. Over the last few months, I have been feeling really overwhelmed with the amount of like goals I've been setting for myself. I also have a bruise on my hand. This is not relevant to anything, but I don't know where this bruise came from, but here it is. It's not painful. It's just it looks silly. I have been setting quite a few goals and I've been kind of struggling to make those goals. So I thought, let's not make those goals. I am hoping to also read an Agatha Christie book. Am I putting it on my list? No, if I get to it, I get to it. I'd like to read a book for Kayla's Buzzword, but I haven't even checked what the buzzword is for November. I didn't hit the buzzword in, I think, September, maybe October as well. I'm falling behind and I did atrociously with the diverse baseline last month. I only read 1 of the 3 books I was planning to read. So I'm gonna just have a month of I only have my TBR and anything else I read is a bonus. That's kind of what that's my plan. I would love to know what your reading goals are for November and if you've read any of the books that I'm planning to read. Also, if you've watched Nosferatu, the adaptation, because I've heard it's really good and I don't want to watch it before I read it because that would be silly. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Bye!